Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of the Bill Crane Sports Report. My friend Gary Patterson is right here with me. And guess what the big story is? Right here. The Pats won the Super Bowl.
They certainly did.
And by the way, Gary.
In excruciating fashion, but
yes,
they won.
Come the first of the year, say the last exhibition game, the opening of the football season this year, did you have any really doubt? Oh, no, not doubt. Did you have any idea that it would work out the way that it did?
None whatsoever.
Me neither.
None whatsoever. As you know, I went with my family. We went to Nashville the week for that November 11th game against Tennessee. We watched the Patriots just get their butts kicked. Royally get their butts kicked. And walking out of that stadium, if you said they're going to win the Super Bowl in 2 months, I would have said, sure they are. And then that stretch run, the last couple of games, they got their act together. And then what a playoff run. I mean, it was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable, that's right.
I mean, the defense stunk, and all of a sudden they were good.
Yeah. If there is...
And they were really good.
Yeah. Beyond really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get into all those bits and pieces. But, jeepers creepers, I never would have seen this happening.
Yeah.
Never. I thought Tommy was playing out the string.
Yeah.
And was going to get old before our eyes. There was just too many question marks on that team. I didn't like the way the receivers, were.
And then Josh Gordon got booted.
Yeah, and then,
Right?
And up to that point, he was our best receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, if you said Edelman was our best receiver, not through that stretch that Gordon was with the team. Someone said, and they made a comment, that when the ball is in the air, he doesn't wait until it comes to him. He attacks it.
Goes and gets it, yeah.
And he's got extremely strong hands. And 6'3", 225 or so. I mean, he is a physical specimen.
We'll see what happens.
Boy, what a boost he gave them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I got a couple of miscellaneous things.
I think he's likely to be back here next year, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying, Bill, don't jinx yourself. Don't jinx yourself.
Well, I think they're going to get more receiving. They're going to get additional receiving depth beyond him.
They're going to have to.
Yeah, and I think they're going to.
Yeah,
because there's some available.
When we get to the individual players here, I think there's a list here. We'll go right through it. On the wires today, Gronk's agent said about 2 weeks.
Yeah, saw that.
And we'll have a decision.
I think he's coming back.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I have that feeling. He enjoyed this year.
Yeah.
He really did. Manny Machado.
Yeah.
There'll be no hot dogs and bean suppers for him.
No, $300 million, a lot of money. So interesting that it's the Padres, right?
It is.
Yeah, they signed Hosmer last year.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Now they got Machado. They supposedly have one of the premier minor league systems in the game right now.
Coming, they have got young players
next
coming.
2 years, they've got a bunch of players coming. Yep.
And they were mentioned also in a couple of other free agents that they were chasing.
Supposedly, they're willing to look at Harper too. Machado
Machado
and Harper.
Yeah.
That'd be something.
Now, that would be quite a chunk of change to put out for those two guys. And, of course, I don't think it'll happen.
No, I don't either.
Because Machado will go rat trap if they pay Harper $350 over 10.
Right.
I mean, he'll go berserk.
So where do you think Harper's going to go?
I haven't got the slightest idea. I wouldn't be surprised if he signed a 1-year contract in Washington.
Yeah.
And just kind of cooled it.
I think maybe he goes to the Phillies.
But yes, and that's the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he'd be dumb if he did do. I saw that in print the other day. That it's not beyond the realm of possibility he'll go back, but he'll be coming out at the same time Mike Trout comes out.
Yeah.
He's not the better ball player than Mike Trout, and he's not a nicer guy than Mike Trout.
No, and Mike Trout's Mr. Philly, right? He's from Philly. Has
that could explain.
He's an Eagles season ticket holder, right?
That could explain a lot of Philadelphia's reluctance.
Well, that's true. That's true. They want Trout.
They may feel that they got the end of the track with Brother Trout.
I think they do.
And you know what, Gary? In all honesty, when you start talking 300 million, what the hell's the difference between 300 million and 400 million or 350 million? Just at that point in time, you can't spend that much money unless you're a complete maniac in your lifetime. So what the heck are you going to do with it all?
So at the end of this year, it's going to, if you want to secure Mookie, you got to put 10 years, 350 on the table.
Certainly got to match Manny's.
Yeah.
Machado's.
I think you got to beat it.
Yeah.
If you want him to sign.
Yeah. And you know what? He did a lot of talking the last few days.
Yeah.
That, well, you could read between the lines, and I want to stay in Boston.
Yeah.
I've been in the organization all these years. I don't want to go anyplace else. I think what he's saying is, make me a fair offer.
Right.
And he also mentioned this is the time of year to be talking about it.
Yeah.
Porcello is the other one I want them to tie up.
Yeah, he's got one more year left.
This is it.
At like 21. But they're talking about, it looks like they might be looking to tie up Sale.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you believe Tom Warner in today's paper, he's going to tie up everybody.
Right.
Take no prisoners.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I hope Sale works out here long term, but don't you wait on Sale? Don't you see what this year brings?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, if you're going to end up having to pay him top of the market anyway.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Why not wait?
But.
And then what happens if he breaks down again?
Well, what happens if he ends up half the season in Mass General?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a pretty picture.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's happened in the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
If he breaks down again this year, then you're looking at David Price money.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't dare do it. A prudent man does not go charging into that situation.
Listening to the ownership the last couple of days here, it almost sounds like they want to get Sale done now.
I know it. I know that. His arm is sound. The doctors have said he's as sound as a dollar. We're going to manage his time differently and blah, blah. Well, okay, that sounds reasonable. But he still throws hard, and it's got a herky-jerky motion, and he's as thin as a rail.
Yeah. To me, the top priority is Mookie. So Machado signed. What if you went to Mookie right now and said, 10 years, $310 million, and you don't have to wait 2 years. We'll start it now. So it's really worth much more than that to you.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And we'll lock you up for the next 10 years.
We'll give you we've already signed you to a $20 million extension.
Give you an out after 6 years.
Yeah. So here's the deal. You're going to get 20 for this year. We're going to start you next year at the new contract.
Yep.
And here it is.
Right.
31 mil a year for 10 years.
Right.
Yeah. I think the lad would sign.
I think he would too. And that's the problem they're going to have, right? I mean, if you're paying, you're going to have to pay Sale if you really want to keep him $30 million. You're paying Price $30 million. Porcello, you said you want to keep Porcello. He's making 20 now, so I don't know if he'll get 30, but he's going to get 25.
You think? I don't really think so.
I don't know.
I think if you went to Porcello and said, this contract you got, say we add 4 years to it at 20 mil. What do you say, big boy? Sign right here on the dotted line.
I'd do that if he'd do that.
I think he would.
I don't know.
But then you know what? He's a pretty well-grounded guy.
Yeah, but at the same time, if he has a good year this year and goes to market next year, he's getting at least 25 a year.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Or what if he has another 9-16 record?
Well, that's the risk.
That's
right.
the other side of the
So you
coin,
buy out
isn't
the
it?
risk.
Yeah. So you know what? I think he's a very solidly grounded individual, and I think if you went with him and said 4 more at 20.
So then, even in that scenario,
Yep.
then you've now got $80 million for your top 3 starters before you even talk about Mookie Betts.
Yeah, and Eduardo Rodriguez is, who knows if the
Couple years
lad
away from
develops.
payday.
But if he does, he's going to be knocking for a big raise.
Yeah.
And a young man with a live arm who apparently has found out that if you get in good condition, good things happen because he supposedly is in good condition.
So the guy you're going to have to deal with first, though, is Bogarts.
Yes, and Warner said, here's a great young player, and we're not going to lose him.
Okay, then, but what's it going to take?
What's it going to take? Well, let's see. He's coming off of what, 286 or something like that. 105 RBIs.
Yeah.
24, 5, 6 home runs. A good year at shortstop.
Yeah, solid defender.
Yeah.
He's not Ozzie Smith. But
No, he's not Ozzie Smith or Omar Vizquel.
Yeah.
But he's not
He's solid. He's
some
very solid.
bozo that just happened in off the street either. So he's very solid.
Yeah.
And he's a good base runner. They don't utilize him as much. He doesn't go as much as he should, but he's a good base runner, good speed. I think he is going to command a fair amount of money.
I do too. Now, that said, there's a lot of shortstops
There is.
around, right? It's one of those positions that there are a lot of players. And, if you were to rank him top to bottom in the shortstops right now, objectively, not as a Red Sox fan, he's not top 5, I don't think.
Upper 1/3, maybe?
Yeah, upper 1/3. Right? I mean, he could be number 10, number 12.
Yeah. So it's going to take $22 million a year to sign him?
I don't know. I guess so. Question is, who's going to sign him, right?
Now, who's his agent? Is it Boris?
I'm not sure about Bogarts. I got
Jackie Bradley Jr. is
Bogarts.
Is Boris.
It's Boris, yeah.
And I would love to see them sign Jackie. I vacillate. The needle goes over here, goes over here, goes over here with Jackie Bradley Jr. with me. But in reflecting on what he did last year and the contribution to the Red Sox, I think he's maybe not a must sign, but pretty darn close to it. Boy, I don't want to see him slip away. I mean,
what if you could wheel him away for some value coming back?
Well, it would have to be equal
like a
or
relief
better.
pitcher.
Well, I don't like to trade a position player for a relief pitcher.
So but now you're talking about locking him up long term. So you just talked about $30 million here, $30 million there, $30 million here, 35 for Mookie.
So Jackie
31.
Bradley Jr. is a $17 or $18 million a year guy? I don't know.
Yeah.
In his mind, he's probably 25 mil, but listen, he's the outstanding defensive center fielder in the American League, except for that guy down in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Well, no, I agree.
But he's got a great arm. Oh, man.
When it's accurate.
Yeah.
It's not always accurate.
Did throw a couple around in the World Series.
Yeah.
But, all right. We'll get back to baseball.
I'm not sold on him long term.
Really?
Just because we got to sign all these other people. I mean, I want to, assuming we're really going to keep Sale and we're really going to keep Mookie. And,
John Henry seems to think you can sign everybody.
I know, and before you know it, the next guy that's going to come up is Benintendi, right? So 5 years down the road, would you rather have Jackie Bradley or Benintendi? I'll take Benintendi.
Yeah. And here's the funny part about this. They say, we're going to try to sign everybody. We're blah, 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 blah. And then in the next breath, of course we can't sign everybody.
Right.
So, I mean, talks right out of both sides of his mouth in a span of 3 minutes.
And right now, and things will go up, but you can't. I mean, what's the salary thing, $210 million or something?
Oh, it's higher than that.
So
yeah, it's going to strangle you.
When all of a sudden you got, you got 4 or 5 players that are making $150 million, you still got 20 players to pay.
And when you go over that double, the worst penalty, when you go over that like $240 million or something, like, if you're at $300 million, you're getting killed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll come back to that one. The Celtics.
Yeah.
Their ratings on NBC Sports, their home station, down 27% year to date.
Is that right? Against last year? Down 27%?
Down 27%.
Wow.
The NBA as a whole is down 18% on TNT.
Is that right?
Yeah. I was in today's Globe.
I did not know that. I thought early in the year I had heard they got off to a good start, but maybe it obviously didn't hold.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things going on there, I think.
Yeah.
I think this whole LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and
the off season's already begun.
Your friend down in New Orleans. This is becoming a joke.
Yeah, it is. It's the only sport that I can ever remember that in the middle of the season, literally the middle of the season, at the All-Star break, the number one topic of discussion is next summer.
Yeah.
And who's going where next summer. And that's what people are talking about. They're not talking about the game. So I think they're watching the games. No, I'm sure we'll see what happens when the playoffs start, right? A lot of fans start watching once the playoffs start.
I think you're right. Yeah. But what's happening right now is there's no interest in every night's game.
Yeah.
Because you're saying to yourself, well, this guy's, he's going to pretend he's hurt because he doesn't want to play because he's playing for next year's contract. This guy here is mad at the coach. This guy here is mad at the other starting guard. And it's just
And there's not that many great games. No. There's a lot of dog games, The
Celtics been involved in a couple lately that were fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then they were involved in a couple that were real nose yankers.
Yeah.
Woof. Some Super Bowl thoughts. Oh, I'll talk about this one for a second and get rid of it. We will have to talk about the Bruins one of these days. But Frankie Vatrone, Frank the Shot Vatrone, memory serves, he's out of BU, I think. Mm-hmm. Bruins signed him. Well, I don't know. He doesn't go in the corners and jeepers. So they sent him down to Florida for number 5 draft choice or something.
Really? Yeah.
They gave up on him.
Yeah.
He got his 20th goal the other night.
Is that right?
Yep.
Got his 20th. Wow, good for him.
Yeah, Frankie can shoot.
Frankie apparently can shoot.
That's right.
We should have hung on to him. We could use a 20-goal scorer.
Well, now here's another story. Riley Nash last year.
Riley Nash, yeah.
15 goals, 26 assists, 41 points for last year's Bruins. Yeah. 29 years old. He has a career year. He goes and signs with the Columbus Blue Jackets for 3 years, $8.25 million. That's $275,000 a year.
Huh.
$2,750,000 a year.
Okay.
He's got 1 goal and 6 assists in 53. I got to update that. He got an assist last night. Huh. He's got 1 goal and 7 assists in 54 games.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's been a no-show. They've been sitting him up in the stands.
Huh.
Can you imagine that? I can, because I think that signing free agent hockey players is one of the most dangerous, bloody things you can do.
Some terrible signings, haven't there?
It's been awful. Yeah. I got another note in here on one of them, but we'll come to that.
Everybody has those signings, though. We got back.
Ilya Kovalchuk
Yeah.
Now, remember the big thing about him? Oh,
Yeah.
he's come back over here.
Coming back
Yeah,
to play
and,
here. Yeah.
And he's getting set to play.
A lot of people thought the Bruins should pursue him.
Yeah, they offered him 3 years. I believe it was $15 million.
Wow.
He signed for 3 years, $18 million with LA Kings. Mm-hmm. He's got 12 goals.
He's got 12 goals.
And he's 30. His 36th birthday is next month.
Wow.
And they get 2 more years of paying him that.
Huh. It's bad signing.
Bad signing, yeah.
Bruins were smart to walk away.
What? They were still there trying to bid.
Yeah, well, they didn't get him. That's
No,
what
they
counts.
didn't. And this guy, the effrontery of this guy, he got like a $13 million signing bonus.
Did he really?
He got it all up front.
Wow. Good for him.
His agent must have been. Oh, and you'll be happy to know that King, a 7-year-old Wyatt Terrier, won Best in the Show at the Westminster Country Kennel Club tournament.
Is that right?
Yep.
Wow, that's good.
That's good old King.
Good old King.
Yeah, I was betting
The
on
King
him.
reigns.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
I don't have the answer for this.
Oh,
this is pure conjecture.
One of those questions. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one, though.
All right.
Came to me in the dead of the night. I actually got up and wrote this one down.
Is that right?
Yeah. If you could have a one-on-one basketball match, LeBron James versus Elgin Baylor, LeBron James versus Bill Russell, or LeBron James versus Michael Jordan, could any of them beat LeBron James?
Yes.
Bill Russell.
Quite possibly Bill Russell. Yeah. Bill Russell could stop LeBron James.
Yeah. And if LeBron James got
Michael
frustrated,
Jordan would have a hard time stopping LeBron's power.
his strength. He doesn't have the strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elgin
But
Baylor.
LeBron wouldn't be able to stop Michael Jordan either.
No, you're right. And Elgin Baylor, we've forgotten about him.
Phenomenal player.
He has drifted
Phenomenal
off
player.
into the fog
Yeah.
of many years ago. But I'll tell you what, he used to defy gravity. He could hang in the air taking shots. I don't know what the hell it was, but I
remember,
think Baylor could give him a game.
Red Auerbach praising Satch Sanders for his great defense on Elgin Baylor, while Elgin Baylor ended up with 40. Right?
Elgin Baylor was a hell of a basketball
He was,
player.
yeah.
All right. Get the money out.
Okay.
So, to all these prices, you got to add $5 for a color picture.
Okay.
So, Devlin, our fullback.
Yeah.
All right. How much for him for his autograph at a private autograph session? How much could you get a color picture signed by James Devlin?
So a color picture of myself.
No. This is a posed picture of him. Now, if you want a picture with him, it's like $150 or $200 extra.
Okay.
So they get color pictures of Devlin. So he'll sign it. How much? How much do you have to pay?
For James Devlin?
Yep.
I'll say like $30.
49 plus the picture is 5, so $54.
$54 for James Devlin?
Kyle Van Noy.
Well, based on that, I'm going to have to say 59.
Yeah, you got it. Stephen Gilmore.
Oh, I'm going to have to go another 10 and say 69.
79.
79 for Gilmore.
Sonny Michel.
Huh. I'd say 69.
99.
99?
Yeah, that's the one I think is out of line. But the one so far, the only one, well, I shouldn't say the only one. I think the best one is Gilmore. I think he's a tremendous football player.
Right.
And if I had a spot on the wall, I wanted, But
so we have a Ty Law autograph picture in our game room, and so now he made the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Should be worth more.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah. Guess again, is another. These guys at the shows seal them up in a plastic, like sealed double back-to-back plastic thing.
Yeah.
And it's a certified by Bill Crane Authenticator or something on the back. As long as you don't break the seal, then that thing is considered the top of the line autograph. Mel, I've got thousands of autographs at home.
Investment grade, yeah.
And I got them in plastic sheets. I don't have them authenticated. I'm not going to pay somebody $1.50 a piece to put a stamp on the back of it. So mine are worth considerably less.
Yeah, well.
But anyway, I hope you get your money handy.
Yeah, holy mackerel.
All right, now Gronk.
Gronk, autographed picture of Gronk? Well, based on these prices, I'm going to go, $149.
$299.
$299?
$299.
$300?
Plus $5 for the picture.
Holy mackerel.
Well, all right, Mr. Cheapskate.
Yeah.
The last one is Tom Brady.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I have no idea. I'm going to say $9.99.
$1,049.
Well, I was close.
You certainly were.
I was trying to keep it under that 1,000 mark.
And for being that close, I think I can get you a spot in the line.
Yeah,
closer
terrific.
to Tom.
Holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel is right.
So we get to meet them as part of this?
No.
No.
Oh, no. No. This is a private signing. So what you do is you send your credit card information, or you give it to them over the phone. Here's what I want. And they send them to you all sealed up and all that, all certified, and it comes certified mail.
Huh.
I did it once.
Wow.
And my favorite player on the Bruins, going way back into the dark ages, was Bronco Horvath.
Wow, Bronco Horvath. That's
Yep.
a name from the past.
He was on the uke line with Stasiak and Johnny Busick. I never had his autograph. He lives down the Cape.
Does he?
And I've written to him 2 or 3 times.
Huh.
Never wrote back. Very rare.
Huh.
Retired hockey players usually write back.
Do they?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very good. And especially if you ask them a question or two about their career. I've had them write long page stories
No
to
kidding.
me about stuff like that. But
I probably appreciate you remembering.
yeah, that's exactly what a lot of them say.
Yeah.
I appreciate you remembering me.
Yeah.
Good luck in the future.
That's nice. Yeah.
And thank you for including me in your autograph collection. I am very thankful.
That's good.
So, anyway, I forget where I was. But, Bronco. Never was able to get an autograph from him. So for the first time ever that I know of, he appeared at a card show up on the North Shore.
Huh.
The guy has old-time Bruins in there. He has 4 or 5 or 6 a year. And so anyway, I called him. And I says, you got any good Bronco pictures? He says, yeah, I got 4 or 5 negatives, yeah. I said, well, I tell you what, I'd like to have 3 of them. I said, what can you do for me on the price? Well, he says, $15 a piece. And you want 3 of them, huh? $25 and I won't charge you for the photo.
Huh. That's not bad.
So anyway, I did it. I probably could, if I sold them, I'd probably get $2 a piece for it. But I didn't have a Bronco Horvath autograph.
Yeah.
And someday, I won't. I know I won't. I said I was going to take this thing apart and get Johnny Busick to sign. Because it was him and Vic Stasiuk and Bronco all together on a picture. Stasiuk is still alive. He's 86, I think. He lives out in Western Canada. But, it'll be my luck if a stupid thing got lost in the mail. Or Stasiuk said, I'll put this in the drawer and sign it later. Do you know, it was an old relief pitcher, Claude Passau, and he threw a pitch to Ted Williams in the 1941 All-Star game that hasn't landed yet. And Passau said afterwards, I didn't think I could throw the ball that far. I wrote to Claude Passau. He lived down in Mississippi. It took him 16 years to write back to me.
No kidding.
To sign my pictures and write back. And no explanation. Been looking at the pictures for 16 years? I don't know what the hell he was doing. One other note I have here. I wrote out this thing here about Aaron Nola agreed to a 4-year, $45 million. Well, I got to tell you something. Of all the pitchers I saw last year, he is the most impressive one I saw.
Very impressive.
Boy.
Yeah.
He got some stuff.
He does. He looks like a good pitcher. That was a really smart move by the Phillies to get that deal
$11 million a year, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
He's a stud.
Boy, he sure is.
Top of the rotation type guy.
Now, I'm going to give you these because we'll talk about them later.
Okay.
Now, the Super Bowl, I got some thoughts.
Okay, good.
Defense first. What a great game. What a great chess match.
Yeah.
And the brilliance of Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he took McVay to school.
Boy, did he ever.
He really did. He took McVay to school, that young whippersnapper.
You just can't ever overpraise Belichick.
The defense was just amazing.
And he was the architect of it.
Yeah. But just how they played through that whole 3-game run of the playoffs.
He must have sat down with them and said, guys, it's gear up time now.
Yeah, and play the system. And they play the system.
Do your job.
Yeah.
Yep. The intensity shown by Dante Hightower.
Yeah, I got my issues with Hightower. I think he's going to have to renegotiate his contract if he wants to stay. But you got to say this much. He's a big game player.
Boy, oh boy.
He steps up in big games.
Is he ever?
Yeah.
And those three playoff games.
He can be on my team in the Super Bowl.
Yep, you better believe it. And he was intense out there.
Yeah, he played very well. Van Noy played very well. They all played very well. Got worried when Patrick Chung went down.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
But
Harmon
next man up.
It
works.
Harmon comes in and he's fine.
Yeah. Do your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ditto, Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
I thought if they had ever announced at the end of the game, then the most valuable player goes to Stephon Gilmore, I would have said, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
That's a great choice.
He was a definite candidate.
Boy, I'll tell you. But you know what?
The pick was good. I mean, everybody makes a big deal about it. I think it was kind of a routine play because it was a badly underthrown ball.
Yep.
It was a panic
lollipop
throw.
Yep. Notwithstanding the interception, all the other plays he made.
Yeah. No, he played very well.
Yep.
The other kid that played well in all 3 playoff games was the kid Jackson, undrafted rookie corner.
I'm telling you.
The kid played great.
Where does he get him? Does he grow him in his backyard or something? Great night by the left side of the line.
Yeah.
When Michelle scored the touchdown. That left line, the hole they opened up looked like the parting of the Red Sea.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of. He could have gone in riding a scooter. He could have gone in.
Yeah.
Man alive.
Yeah, the O-line was spectacular.
It was.
Really good.
Gronk at 50% is still a great sight to see.
Yeah. I mean, he played well in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
He blocked well consistently all year, really.
Really did.
And you wonder, they just didn't go, if they just didn't want to go to him that much and get him beat up. Yep. He doesn't get hurt blocking.
No. And he mentioned that, too. He said, he says, I could play another 5 years as a blocking tight end.
Yeah. Huh.
What a tragedy Gordon's life is.
Yeah.
If the Pats kept ticking like nothing happened.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's the Patriot way.
It is.
But the NFL's like that, right? So he got bounced out, but you know what? He could have just as easily blown his knee out the weekend before. It happens to teams all the time.
It does.
Right?
You're absolutely right.
And that was the other thing about the Patriots. They played so well, they were coached so well, but they were lucky health-wise. They stayed healthy through the entire playoff run.
Say the whole season.
Really, the whole season. Yeah. So.
What a pickup Kyle Van Noy was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got something on the scrap heap? Well, send him over here to Foxborough. We'll do something with him. And
well, he was a second-round pick.
He was.
I think the 14th pick, in the second round, because it was the Lions. And, he just didn't fit there, and they gave up on him.
Yeah. And what did we send
gave up on him?
A fourth or a fifth?
Well, we sent them a pick, and we got a pick back.
Okay,
so we basically dropped down 30 places or something. And
well, in the big scheme of things.
And you know what? It's taken 2 years of work to get him to where he is. Because, I mean, year one, I was not a Kyle Van Noy fan. He looked slow. He looked out of place.
And he also overran plays.
He overran plays. And all of a sudden, you see him 30 yards downfield in pass coverage, and he's got the coverage.
Yeah.
Boy,
I'll tell you what, this guy's only going to get better.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, he's really enjoying himself since the Super Bowl. Yeah. He's been all over everywhere.
He's very active with kids.
He was on The View.
Very, very active with foster kids and stuff like that. He and his wife.
Well, hopefully he keeps his focus. Ready to go next year.
How about ditto Trent Brown?
Yeah.
What a pickup.
Yeah, it was a terrific pickup. Well, another coaching job, but I think he's gone. His starting left tackle's just...
He's saying the right thing, so...
I know he wants to stay, but...
I think he's trying to coax them to... Come on.
He's 28.
Come on. Come up with some...
somebody's going to come...
I think he's only 25.
No, I think he's a little older than that. Isn't he? He's at the end of his rookie contract. So I think he's probably...
Trent Brown, 26.
Yeah.
Neither one of us was right.
So somebody's going to somebody's going to offer him 5 years, $60 million. And
You know what? For a guy that size that's had injury problems,
yeah,
I'm not sure I'd bite on that.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. I mean, he came here, as considered basically a bust. He was a first-round pick, middle of the first round, I think. In fact, fairly high in the first round, I think.
Yeah.
Considered to be a bust in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Came here, worked with high. So if you're another team, I mean, scouting departments have watched this guy. They scouted him all coming out of college. Everybody thought he was going to be great. He wasn't in San Francisco. He came here for 1 year, and he did really well. How convinced are you that now that you pick him up and move him out of New England, he's going to play at the level he played at in New England?
Maybe if you can work
out getting that San Francisco guy.
Maybe you can work out a deal where Dante Scarnecchia comes with him. Then it might be a hell of a deal.
So it'll be interesting to see what his market really is.
Yeah. It will be.
The Bill's not paying him $12 million. Now he might pay him, $8.
That's what I was thinking. How about 4 8s? Okay, and we'll throw you a bone for making the Pro Bowl and a bone for...
So it's all about guaranteed money, right? So how much you willing to guarantee?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So first 3 years guaranteed or something like that. Cordell Patterson is a fantastic athlete. I don't think he's the greatest football player in the world, but he's a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
They got to be able to do more with him.
Well, they got to sign him first.
Well, they got to sign him first. You're right.
Right.
But someone else is going to look at him and say, you know, they're teaching him how to play football. Maybe we should sign him and really give him
we'll
the
see.
magic
I mean, he made
touch.
$3 million last year, I believe. So I don't see.
I'm looking at the Red Sox. That's clever.
Bill's going to have to do something.
Josh Gordon was making $790,000. Cordell made $4.25 million.
$4.25. So that's too much.
That is too much.
Right.
Unless you say to him, I'll give you 1-1 at that price, $4.25.
I think it depends on what they're going to do at wide receiver, right?
Yeah, I agree.
He's a component. He's a
gadget.
He's a gadget guy.
And he's the best kickoff returner in football.
Yeah, kickoff returner, runs the jet sweep.
By the by,
Can fill in at running back.
they never showed that opening kickoff run back. But Cordell brought it out past the 40-yard line,
it was like
he was pushed out of bounds by the kicker.
Yeah.
Now, they never showed it.
Right.
Was he clear after the kicker? That might have been a touchdown
I think
run.
he was pretty clear.
Because-
there may have been some pursuit coming across,
but they were going to catch him.
but it was going to take a while.
I mean, he goes a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
but
So I'd like
he-
to have him back, but
Yeah.
not
I'd like to have him back, and if you could get him back for 4.25, I say sign him for a couple of years. And we'll think up some magic tricks for him.
I think the number's 3.
I don't think he's going to take a pay cut.
Well, then he can go to market.
Yep, I think that's what will happen.
Somebody going to pay him?
Yeah, more than that. Yeah, I think so. Look, if Danny Amendola got
6.
12, 2 years, 12,
Yeah.
6 apiece, he is a better receiver than Cordell, and he's a good punt returner. So maybe 6 is probably the top.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't
Again, to figure out
Yeah.
what else are you doing at wide receiver, because
Yeah.
they're going to do something at wide receiver.
the pure, unabashed joy that Gronk exudes as he enjoys life.
Yeah,
He's having one hell of a time.
and why not?
And why not? The class, intelligence, and decency of Tom Brady, quarterback, father, husband, and citizen.
Yeah.
I mean, he's too good to be true.
He is.
If you wrote a book and you wrote his life, and people would say nobody acts like that. Nobody's that good. But he is.
Tom Brady for president, 2024.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll tell you who will back him will be the following man. The class, intelligence, and decency of owner Bob Kraft is testimony to the fantastic success that he enjoys.
Yeah, he does it right.
I have not heard anybody, except for jealous idiots, say a bad thing about him. Really.
Yeah. He's been the man.
Yeah.
As you remember, the franchise was in serious trouble here when he came
Dead on its feet.
when he came riding
Yep.
in.
And finally, the intensity of David Andrews,
Yeah,
undrafted.
yeah.
Is that something or what?
And I would say the offensive line in general.
Yep.
Shaq Mason, Tooney.
Yep.
All of them.
Yeah. Down right by the numbers. Shaq Mason.
So that's why the whole Trent Brown thing is very interesting, because I don't know.
So here, I think it's a little bit better copy. It's a little darker.
Okay.
Take a look at the Patriots' free agents
Yeah,
and their salaries.
right.
Stephen Gostkowski, $4.3
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
Now, do we try to pay him the same thing for a couple more years, or does he get a raise? Or
I wouldn't give him a raise. He was already the highest paid kicker, I believe.
That's correct.
He may not be anymore. I don't know.
they may give him something with some incentives.
Yeah.
The same thing with Patterson.
Yeah.
Chris Hogan is a goner at $4 million.
At $4 million he is, yeah.
Yep.
So let him go to market.
And if he comes back and says, gee, I got an offer of 1.2 mil,
Yeah.
you might say, okay, well, we'll sign you up for that.
Yeah.
After that,
Jason McCourty,
Jason
$3 million.
McCourty, yeah.
I'd bring him back at $3
Bring him
million.
back at 3.
1 year contract.
yeah, and that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Danny Shelton, 2.9 mil. You know, up until the championship game, I would have said, let him go.
Yeah.
But he played well.
He did play well.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm Muck's Nicks on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Philip Dorsett has got great speed, and if it's one thing you can't teach, it's speed.
Yeah. For $2 million bucks,
Bring him back.
I'd bring him back.
He knows the offense.
Assuming he'll come back for $2 million
Yep.
bucks.
Well, you know he's not going to get much of a raise. I don't
Right.
think much of a bump. Ryan Allen, I think, is the best punter in football.
Yeah, $2 million bucks.
Yep.
That's probably market.
Malcolm Brown, I think you wave bye-bye to Malcolm Brown.
Maybe.
Certainly, I'm not going to pay him more than 1.9 mil.
I'd let him go to market.
Yeah. Adrian Waddle is an interesting case.
Yeah.
He can play guard and tackle. He can play both sides.
Yeah.
He's an invaluable fill-in.
Yeah, and that, you know, he didn't have to. Lost my mic. He didn't have to play much this year
That's right.
because they stayed so healthy.
That's right.
Along
Yeah.
the line.
So,
So I'm okay.
Yeah,
Was he $1.5 million?
$1.5 million, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm thinking about him to 2. If somebody offers him 2 and the Pats match it, I wouldn't be brokenhearted at all. I think he's a valuable player. Eric Rowe did absolutely nothing all year. He's
Yeah,
on
I'd let
the
him
DL.
go.
Probably let him slide
Yep.
or sign him for the minimum if no one is interested. John Simon deserves more than $962. I thought he played extremely well.
He did play well.
He's 28. I don't know, $1.5 million.
Yeah, maybe.
I think a team might pay him more. Just looking for a linebacker. I really do. I don't know.
We'll see.
Ramon Humba is strictly a special teamer, kickoff team. So, you know, and there's also another guy, Albert McClellan, a little further down. They're 32 and 33. You know, if you can sign them for roughly the same as they're getting, bring them both back. Because I got to tell you something, they played well, both those guys.
Yeah.
One of them blocked 2 punts in one game.
Yeah.
And they didn't hurt you at all out there. Josh Gordon, if they can bring him back, bring him back.
Yeah.
Brian Schwenke never got to play in the game this year. Martin took all the snaps.
They just re-signed him, didn't they?
Yeah. And Ulrich John, I have no idea who he is. He's 28 years old. Trey Flowers.
Yeah.
Now we're getting down to the interesting guys.
Big Rays territory.
Yeah. And
And
this guy is going to command a paycheck.
Yeah.
Now, he's not Pro Bowl caliber.
He's pretty close.
Pretty close. Yeah. He's certainly in the top 20% of defensive linemen.
Well, let me tell you that I was looking at the NFL.com ranking by, I forget who did it, it was a panel, the top 100 free agents.
Oh, yeah.
They had Trey Flowers number 3. And they had him ahead of some pretty big names.
Well, you know,
They love him.
defensive linemen,
Yeah.
they're tough to come by.
Right.
I say, without giving away half of the stadium, sign this guy.
Right. So you can franchise him.
You can franchise him.
You're looking at like 17 and a half.
17 and a half, that's right. Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
I
I mean, the kid,
he's a hell of a player.
yeah, and he deserves to be paid.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a
So-
brutal game.
But if somebody comes in and wants to overpay him,
Yep.
they'll let him go.
Then they got to.
That's what they do.
They got to. And Trent Brown, the same situation.
thing.
Yeah, we talked about that. Jonathan Jones, a cornerback,
Yeah,
25 years old, $500,000.
yeah.
I think he's going to be looking for more money.
Yeah, he's restricted, so he's not going anywhere yet.
No.
So they'll get him signed. He'll get the
They'll
he'll get the 962.
yeah, he'll get something.
Yeah.
And Cody Hollister, you don't know anything about him because he's
I don't know.
always on the injured list.
I know it. So bring him to camp.
Yep. Bring him to camp and see what the story is.
It's going to be interesting because they got a lot of draft picks, and they have a lot of players from last year's draft who didn't contribute this year.
That's right. Starting left tackle.
Isaiah Wynn.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's certainly in the mix,
Yep.
right? The second-round pick, Duke Dawson, the corner,
Yeah.
got hurt, came back a little bit, but,
Never.
I mean, they liked enough to invest a second-round pick in him.
Yeah. Who's a bigger pain in the ass, Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham?
Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Steelers may take him back.
Well, today there were stories that they've agreed with him that they would try to trade him. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
They're not going to
either.
get much for him.
No. I wonder if he ends up. Now, Pittsburgh would never send
No, I don't
him
think
here.
you could end up here, but it wouldn't shock me that we would take Odell Beckham. Yeah, there's some rumblings that the Giants could be, they're looking at a rebuild, essentially. And maybe they move on from OBJ. Would he have a spot here? I looked at his contract. He's still owed a lot of money.
Sonny Michel set a record for rushing touchdowns by a rookie in the playoffs
Yeah,
with 6.
yeah.
He is one of just 8 players that did this. That have scored at least 6 rushing touchdowns in one playoff season. You got any idea who the other 7 are? I can tell you something. He is in some amazing company.
No, I would have no. I'd be fumbling.
Terrell Davis,
Yeah, not surprised.
Franco Harris, Larry Zonka, John Riggins,
Oh, yeah, Reagan's.
Emmett Smith, Ricky Waters, Gerald Riggs, and Sonny Michel.
Wow, that is a pretty good.
That's a pretty good bunch of running backs, huh? Free agent receivers.
Yeah, there's a number of them.
Golden Tate. Now, he's 30 years old. Last year, 74 receptions,
Yeah.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's a possession-type receiver.
Yeah,
Rugged. He's a good blocker. Jeepers creepers.
yeah. I'd like him.
Certainly would be somebody that I'd be interested in. Also, Cole Beasley. I
What
don't
about Humphreys? I like Adam Humphreys.
That was a big piece on WEI.com about the fact that that's the guy the Patriots want.
Adam Humphreys. He's 25.
Yep.
What did he have? He had 76 catches.
Yeah.
816 yards, 5 TDs.
This guy is Danny Amendola too.
He is.
Yeah.
Now, Danny Amendola could be had as well.
Danny Amendola 1 could come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. These guys over here, look,
2 minutes.
to be honest with you, I wouldn't take Antonio Brown.
No.
on a bet. I mean, God almighty, it's like sticking an ice pick in your
I don't want
ear.
Deshaun Jackson either.
No.
I don't really want Devontae Parker. I mean, to me, Adam Humphreys.
This guy's 29. So 1,
Golden Tate,
2,
sure.
3.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Jamison Crowder.
I think he's okay, but
29 receptions, 388 yards. He missed 7 games. Okay.
I'd like to see Adam Humphreys replace Chris Hogan.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, that's like saying, I'd like a new Lamborghini to replace
Yeah.
my Buick.
I know it.
Yeah. But this is the guy that I love to see. This is a guy that's fun to watch.
No, Golden Tate.
Yeah.
You know, if you said I can have one, I'd take Humphreys. But
Yep.
Golden Tate, that'd be a
This
fine
guy's-
consolation
This
prize.
guy is tall.
Yeah.
This guy's a big
He's
guy.
big.
Yeah.
He's still in his mid-20s.
Yep,
26?
25.
Yeah.
25, 26. So we have decided that Gronk is going to
Be back.
be back. Okay.
Keep the band together one more year.
Well, I tell you, I don't think we can do justice to anything more. We'll just have to pick up there when we come back.
Yes, I would say that's
Yeah.
probably true. Yeah.
Because there's
We've run out of
nothing
time.
really to talk about on the Red Sox. I mean, it's spring
sort of
training,
spring
and
training.
yeah, it's blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
The Bruins, however, have made a turnaround.
They have. They're playing well.
And DeBrusque, my boy, obviously got a talking to and maybe a spanking, but down by the old tool shed, gave him
Yeah.
a good smack. And all of a sudden, he's playing hockey again.
4 goals in
just
the last
hope
4 games. Yeah.
Now listen, all right? This goes directly to Mike. We'll send this one to Cam Neely. Don't trade any young players. You got it? And if I could find one more thing real quick, I have one little stat for you that will send us on our way. Oh, fudge. Jack Studnicka has been traded, and
Is that right? Who would have known that?
yeah, he went up to he got traded. Oh, phooey. By the way, I'm not impressed with the way the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing.
No.
Not
I'm
well
sure they're
at
not
all.
either.
I think they may have to have some chatting going on with some of those guys. Well, too bad. But basically, Studnicka has setting the juniors on fire. He's got like 29 points in 15 games or something like that since he's been traded.
who
In
is
Niagara
he?
Falls. He's gone to Niagara Falls.
Who is he?
He is
I'm
the
not familiar
Bruins'
with him.
number 1 draft choice, number 2 draft choice for a couple of years ago.
Okay.
He's a big kid, 6'5", and they got a lot of hope for him when he fills out.
Okay.
So Niagara Falls is on the cusp of a Memorial Cup, in the hunt for the Memorial
Okay.
Cup, which is the Stanley Cup for junior
Yeah,
hockey
yeah,
in
yeah.
Canada.
That's
So
a
they
big
traded for Studnicka, and he is setting the world on fire up there.
Huh. And we have his rights.
Yep.
Nice.
And they say next year, protect Providence or the Bruins.
So is he like 18, 19?
Yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah.
Good.
Well-
we could use him.
Yeah. On that note, folks,
Don't trade him.
no, don't trade him. Don't trade any of the young players. God, I don't want.
Next time we'll talk about it.
Yeah, then we'll talk about the Bruins.
'cause
Yeah,
the trade
because I think
deadline-
they're going to be a good story next time,
We'll see.
and we'll figure out what the Patriots need to do, and we'll give the Red Sox a bit of a hello. And on
Yes.
that note, folks, enjoy the rest of February. Maybe we're going to have some wintry weather here coming up.
We do.
So on that note, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Right.
Night.